Happy Wednesday, readers. I want you to do the following for me right now. Make sure you've got our module for today opened up, Deep Study of Character, Session 14. Have your book ready. So if it's an actual book that you can touch, have it out. If you're reading it online or you're listening to it online, go ahead and have that pulled up as well. Our learning target today is I will consider how authors switch between time periods of a story to introduce a backstory or a flashback and develop the character. Your essential question is, how does a character's backstory add to my understanding of this character? So readers, today I want to teach you that one way the setting may change in a narrative, a story, is that the time may change, often bringing in backstory to develop the character. So oftentimes in stories, we get those flashbacks, right? Where we're going back, we're getting the backstory of our character, something that happened to them in the past, and it's affecting how they are now. This can also be true for the place, right? We can learn about what happened in the past in this place and how it's affecting characters currently. Perceptive readers are alert to time changes and ask themselves, how does this backstory add to my understanding of the character? So we're going to practice this with a really short video today. It actually comes from Ratatouille. As we're watching, I want you to think about what we learn about our character, Anton Ego. He is a food reviewer, so he goes to different restaurants, he tries the food, and he writes reviews. So as you're watching this, I want you to think about, what are we learning about him in this flashback or this backstory? And I want you just to hold on to this question first, the first time we watch it. How would you initially describe Anton Ego? Wow, I can't talk today. Apologies. So when you first see him, what are your first thoughts about him as a character? How would you describe him? And I've actually already opened it up over here, so I'm going to play it here. So this is our backstory, right? This is the flashback of when he was younger. And now we're going back in time to the present. Look at his reaction. Okay. Oops, sorry. All right. Okay, so initially, before you even went back in time when he was a small boy, right? How would you describe him? And then what do we learn about him? So I'm going to play it again and really pay attention to your first impression of him. What type of person do you think he is based on how he's dressed, how he's acting, how he's carrying himself, maybe some facial expressions? And then what do we learn about him when we do the flashback, when we see him as a small boy? Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go back even a little bit more. All right. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. So I've created in Canvas for the Session 14 module, there's an Anton Ego discussion board. And I want you to answer the following questions. So I'm going to go through them together. Now, obviously, I'm recording this before our Zoom and our live in-class teaching. So I'm just going to say the questions now, but make sure that you're responding in Canvas, okay? And then you know what I'm going to say after you respond? I want you to jump on a couple of your classmates' responses and build off what they're saying. Ask them questions. You know, if you're liking what they're saying or they're saying something that you didn't even think of, tell them that, okay? But just make sure we're keeping it respectful, professional, and kind. But let's actually make this a conversation. That's why it's fun, right? This should be a true discussion board. So let's talk with each other and dig into this. So the first question I want you to respond to is, what information do we learn when the author brings us back in time in this video? So what information do we learn? And what new insights or information did we learn about Anton Ego, our character? Okay, and feel free to watch the video a couple of times if you want to add in specific details from the video, because you should. So that's question number 1. Question number 2, why did the author give us a glimpse into Anton Ego's past? Why do you think the author, the creators of this video, did that? What are they trying to show us? Okay, so I want you to take some time, really be thoughtful in your responses. Remember, our goal is always to write and complete sentences, include examples from our text. Our text today is a video, so if you need to rewatch it a few times, that's absolutely fine, but I should see some concrete evidence, examples from the video to support your answers on both of these. And then don't forget to make it a discussion. So once you've posted yours, you've hit reply, then I want you to read what your classmates are writing and add to the discussion, okay? So just to recap, to think deeply about characters in the setting, today we worked on, we need to pay attention to the backstory anytime we're getting flashbacks like we just did in this example, to gain new insights or new information into characters. So we always go back because we want to find out what happened and why are they the way they are now, okay? And then once you've finished your discussion board comments, I want you to find a quiet place to read. Remember, our goal is we need to read 30 to 40 minutes each day from our fiction books. So while you're reading today, there is a new assignment. It's called 10, I need to update that. I'm so sorry. It's actually 1014 jotting work. I will change that. Sorry. And I want you to answer those or these questions right here while you're reading. And remember, I want complete sentences. Tell me the name of the book you're reading, your character. Give me page numbers and actual examples from your book. We need to make strong jots. No more weak, wimpy jots. We're too far in the air for that, okay? So jot down any flashbacks your character has. Be specific. Give me those page numbers, the chapters. But even more so, give me the actual words that are used, okay? Give me examples of what happened. And then why do you think your author is choosing to include the flashbacks in your story, okay? And then once you're done, hit submit. If you have any questions, just let me know. Happy reading, everyone.